Ego is not a problem for Rashad Richey. So at some point, a young kid stroked Rashad's ego so much that he invited the kid to his home. Seriously, I'm not making this up. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
You might think I chose this still to capture Rashad in an embarrassing facial gesture, but I promise you that this is the opening frame in his latest video. Nice editing work, Rashad.
One of the most beautiful things I've seen. This has to be the absolute best Dr. Rashad Richey impression ever.
Impressions of you? What did he do? Make up phony stories about the white kids at school? Did he tell you that he just received his high school diploma? Did he tell you that he has cured chicken pox? Oh, God. Yeah, everybody, he's absolutely stoked that some young kid made an impression of him.
Here it is. They won't stop, I won't stop. Racism won't stop, so I won't stop.
Systemic bias won't stop, I won't stop.
What did he even say? Let's go back.
Systemic bias won't stop, I won't stop.
I have no idea. I played it about 4 times. I can't make it out. But really, this is a great impression. Oh, my.
People still need health care, so I won't stop.
People still need criminal justice system reform, so I won't stop.
And you won't stop either. Put him on full mask.
So yeah, let's just groom this kid into a lifetime of victimhood. Great idea. So let me ask you, Eli, why work hard on your grades if the deck is stacked against you already, as old Uncle Rashad has no doubt pounded into your head? In truth, Eli, you can be whatever you want to be. Racism isn't going to stop you from being a lawyer if you want to be a lawyer. It won't stop you from being a scientist if that is your goal. By the way, note the look on Rashad's face. This is the smugness of a man who has had his ego stroked by a young kid. This reminds me of a time when I was shooting pool in a local pool hall. I broke and ran out, and some kid who was probably about 10 said, "You're the best pool player I've ever seen." Obviously, the kid hasn't seen a lot of pool players, especially in Oklahoma, which has some fierce competition. After that, I jokingly told my friend Ron, "Didn't you hear? Some dude said I was the best pool player he'd ever seen." And of course, my friend Ron would laugh. "Oh, come on. That was just some young kid." We had a lot of fun with that one. But the point is that I wasn't about to get my ego stroked by some young kid. Because if I had, then I would have lacked any self-awareness about my own skills. Rashad has zero self-awareness. The reality is that he's an obnoxious blowhard with a penchant for lying about his background and a complete lack of ethics when it comes to reporting.
All right. You're looking at Eli. The young Eli is a big fan of the program.
Oh my. So the kid's worldview has been warped already at a young age. Wow. Too bad for Eli. Rashad's indoctrination is just going to get this kid killed. For the love of God, Eli, if you ever happen to be pulled over by the police, which will happen at some point, it happens to nearly everyone, please ignore old Uncle Rashad and treat the police officer with respect. Nothing good will come out from you copping a victimhood attitude. Being a victim will not do you any good. Being a victim is not a strength, it's just a weakness. It's a form of self-pity. Worse, it puts the blame for your problems on the shoulders of others. What good will that do you? Take a different path. Set yourself a goal and come to an understanding that the world isn't filled with haters wanting to pull you down. The world is filled with people who want to help you. But ultimately, your future success will be determined by your own aptitude and attitude. Also, Rashad may be smiling throughout the video, but he's not your friend. If something terrible happens to you, he'll just jump on the instant to use your suffering to score political points with his followers.
Big ups to him and his entire family. So I heard about these two amazing kids, Eli and Eric, who are big fans of the show and wanted to meet me. So I invited the family to my home and to the studio. And it was such an amazing experience. So we could put up the family. Both young men are brilliant. They are highly talented, simply amazing. This was a reminder of why we advocate, why we fight, defend, protect, uplift, mentor, and guide. Big ups to the parents for raising these amazing angels. I had a really great time, and it was really, really, really heartfelt.
Nothing to you is heartfelt, Rashad. By the way, you'll notice that Rashad is showing the family his amazing physics experiment on the bottom left. He actually thinks he's going to revolutionize our telecommunications industry with this contraption he devised on his kitchen table. I'm not joking.
All right. Thank you all for making my year. All right. That's what it's about, Yasmin. It is about making sure there's opportunity to provide at least a connection between what you do and how young people are encouraged by it.
If you connected with this kid by what you do, that's really sad. Have you told the kid about your fake degrees? What about the blatant racist lies that you tell on your show? Is that setting a good example for him?
Indisputable is still the fastest growing news show in America.
So what does Rashad do after he gets done talking about the kid? He lies. Check out the bottom right. It says EIN press wire. Let's take a look at that. Here we go. EIN press wire. Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Richey celebrates 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Like, big deal, right? I mean, what news outlet would ever even think about broadcasting this? And it says right here, news provided by TYT, the Young Turks. In other words, Rashad just gave them this and they published it. But you might be thinking, well, now wait a minute. They're not just going to publish anything. They're going to check this very thoroughly. They're going to make sure that it's correct. Okay, let's go down. EIN Press Wire provides this news content as is, without warranty of any kind. We do not accept any responsibility or liability for the accuracy, content, images, videos, licenses, completeness, legality, or reliability of the information contained in this article. But that's okay, right? Because if you find something wrong in here, you can notify them, right? It says right here, if you have any complaints or copyright issues related to this article, kindly contact the author above. Further down it says, EIN Presswire's priority is author transparency. We do our best to weed out false and misleading content. The content above is the sole responsibility of the author who makes it available. If you have any complaints, kindly contact the author above. In other words, we do our best to weed out false and misleading content, but if you find any, don't bother us with it. So yeah, Rashad just simply wrote this thing up, sent it to them, and they just published it as is. And they're saying, hey, it could all be wrong. Well, we don't know. We don't care.
Compared to CNN, Fox News, and 30 other networks. We tell the truth on Indisputable because the truth is indisputable.
Your show is no CNN. It's no Fox. It's not even a news outlet. It's just a political opinion show. And there are tons of such shows growing faster than yours, Rashad. Actually, my subscriber count has gone up 50% over the past 3 months. It's true. I went from 1,000 subscribers to 1,500. I'll stack that growth against yours, Rashad. But it's completely meaningless. Just as your claim is completely meaningless.
We go places that other news media outlets refuse to go. When there were human rights abuses happening at the Victorville prison, guards and members of the community contacted us.
You, through your investigative reporting, unearthed very troubling allegations about specific forms of abuse and discrimination in the federal prison system.
It really doesn't take much to be a trusted voice. All it takes is to be fearless, report on matters, be an advocate. I call
Actually, advocacy is where bias creeps in. And so you are not supposed to be an advocate if you're trying to be a news source. I thought you would have known that by now.
it the bullpen intentionally because it's a place of preparation. We present individuals who may have an opposing view.
Yeah. You challenged me to a debate on Twitter about the meaning of your physics degrees, and I accepted it. Then you ran off like a coward. Come on, Rashad. You wanted to challenge me. What's the matter? Did the fact that I have a master's in physics and you don't scare you off? Did the fact that I have a PhD in electrical engineering and you can barely spell magnetism scare you? Face it, Rashad, I have the goods on you, and you know it. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.